Welcome to Essential Network's Guide to the Interesting, the podcast where we uncover the stories, landscapes, and legends that make our world endlessly captivating. I'm Peter Matthews. On today's show, we're scaling the sun-baked slopes of Camelback Mountain in Phoenix, Arizona, a rugged icon that looks like a kneeling camel and challenges hikers from around the globe. At 2,704 feet, it's the highest point in the Phoenix area, offering killer views but demanding respect. How did this desert hump become a must-climb landmark? Let's hit the trail and find out. Camelback Mountain rises dramatically from the heart of Phoenix, its distinctive shape, a rocky head and hump visible for miles, earning its name in the 1800s from early settlers who saw a camel in the red sandstone and granite formations. But long before that, it was sacred to the area's indigenous peoples, known as Q Swegium, to the Acamel Oodham or Pima and Tohono O'odham's tribes, who viewed him as a But long before that, it was sacred to the area's indigenous peoples, known as Q Swegium, to the Akimel Oodham, or Pima, and Tohono O'odham tribes, who viewed it as a spiritual site tied to creation stories and healing, per Phoenix City records. Geologically, it's a mashup. The head is Oligocene sandstone from 25 million years ago, while the hump is 1.5 billion year old Precambrian granite, a dramatic unconformity rated Roxby for Wikipedia. It's part of the Phoenix Mountain Preserve, a 17,000-acre oasis in the urban sprawl. But long before that, it was sacred to the area's indigenous peoples, known as Q Swegium, to the Akimel O'odham, or Pima, and Tohono O'odham tribes, who viewed it as a spiritual site tied to creation stories and healing, per Phoenix City records. Geologically, it's a mashup. The head is Oligocene sandstone from 25 million years ago, while the hump is 1.5 billion year old Precambrian granite, a dramatic unconformity where ancient rocks meet, per Wikipedia. It's part of the Phoenix Mountains Preserve, a 17,000-acre oasis in the urban sprawl. By the early 1900s, as Phoenix boomed, Camelback became a playground for locals. Early hikes were casual scrambles, but development threatened it. In the 1950s, homes crept up its base, sparking fights to preserve it. Enter Senator Barry Goldwater, who in 1965 lobbied to protect the upper slopes from condos and roads. By 1968, it was officially a Phoenix City Park, now drawing over 700,000 visitors annually for its two main trails. It's a rite of passage for residents of the city and tourists alike, but it's no stroll, rated extremely difficult with 1,400-foot elevation gains over rocky, exposed terrain. The two-star trails are Echo Canyon and Cholla, each a beast in its own right. Echo Canyon on the west side is shoulder Echo Canyon on the west side is shorter at 1.14 miles one way but steeper, with hand-over-hand scrambles and no shade. Think boulder hopping up a chute called the Saddle, where slips have sent hikers tumbling. Cholla on the east stretches 1.4 miles and is a tad less vertical but longer, winding through Cholla cactus before hitting the same rocky ridgeline. Both take 1.5 to 3 hours round trip for fit hikers, but novices beware, the heat can hit 110 degrees Fahrenheit and monsoons bring flash floods. In 2025, the city enforces dawn to dusk hours and a fire ban through September 30th to curb risks, with over 100 rescues yearly from heat exhaustion or falls. Wildlife adds thrill and danger. The lower Sonoran Desert teems with saguaro cacti, prickly pear, palo verde trees, and critters like chuckwalla lizards, cottontail rabbits, and Harris's antelope squirrels. But watch for diamondback rattlesnakes, especially in the spring, and bees that swarm if disturbed. Incidents have stung hikers into retreat. At the summit, 360-degree views stretch to the Superstition Mountains, Scottsdale, and even the Grand Canyon on clear days, making it a photographer's dream. Camelback's now without controversy. Its popularity strains the ecosystem, overuse erodes trails, and illegal parking clogs Echo Canyon, leading to tows and fines. Conservationists push for shuttle services to cut traffic, but locals debate access versus preservation. A 2024 Phoenix New Times piece calls it fragile, noting saguaro die-offs from drought and urban sprawl. Yet it's a point of pride for Phoenix, symbolizing resilience amid the desert heat. The mountain's legacy is etched in the city. Camelback Road snakes 34 miles across the valley, and it's inspired art, from native petroglyphs to modern murals. In pop culture, it's a backdrop in films like Psycho and a challenge in Survivor seasons. Want to conquer it? Hit Echo Canyon. Arrive pre-dawn to snag a spot. Pack lots of water, sturdy shoes, and sunscreen. For easier views, drive Camelback Road or visit Piestewa Peak nearby. Go winter for milder temperatures, and turn back if you're gassed. The summit's optional, safety is not. Camelback Mountain isn't just a hike, it's Phoenix's beating heart, a sacred hump rising from the Sonoran sands, challenging us to summit our limits. From ancient spirits to modern sweat, it's a testament to the desert's raw power.